I'm not sure if you guys can see it with this sling, but the winds are crazy. What's up, guys? Another video. Before we even get this video started, let me get this out there. Everything that I'm sharing with you guys, or even talking about, or even on social media over on IG, it's strictly for hunting purposes only, okay? This is not for acts of war. This is not for any political reasons. It's strictly for hunting. I live in Texas. I'm a law-abiding Texan, and everything I own and use is used in a legal, professional manner, okay? All right, let's get this video going. It's not about the rig. It's not about this, about this setup. You guys have already seen the video on this rifle. Unfortunately, I can't talk about this optic yet. Some of you guys are already looking at it. I can't talk about it yet. It's from IRA USA. I've been working with them for a few months on this, and things are looking really good, and it's gonna drop really soon. They've been giving some sneak peeks and some teasers here and there, but unfortunately for me in order for me to have a great relationship with these companies, I can't drop information. People are wanting to know prices, detailed, they want reviews in the DMs. I can't do it. If they haven't dropped that information, I have no business dropping that information. So I'm staying quiet, and when the time is right, we'll talk about it. But right now we're gonna talk about the YHM Resonator. This is the R2. Picked it up from my boy Brandon over at Bauer Precision in Denton, Texas. And guys, if you own multiple suppressors already and you don't have this in your collection, you're crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. You're crazy if you don't own this suppressor. I get ecstatic about everything, anything firearm related, to be honest with you. So I'm always gonna be excited. And I'm not gonna sit there and say that there's a product better than the other, because in somebody's eyes and somebody else's eyes, it's not, So I gotta be really careful about how I word things sometimes. But guys, out of the suppressors that I've shot and owned, this is probably one of my top 5 favorites right here, and it's simply because of the price. You can get a YHM Resonator for under $500. You can get 2 of these for the cost of 1 suppressor. There's a lot of suppressors out there going for about $1,000, if not more, all right? And I'm having great results with it. I'm extremely accurate with it, and it's big old gust of wind right there. Hopefully it's not messing with the audio. But anyways, and it's hearing safe. I'm behind a few suppressors that I just truly don't believe they're hearing safe. And I'm extremely comfortable with this suppressor. Let's get a close-up look of it. I'm gonna give you guys some detailed information on it. Not all the detailed information, I'm sure you can Google more. But I'll give you some specs on it, and then we'll shoot off a few rounds. And I'm gonna say a few rounds because ammo is like gold right now. So the rifle is empty, all right, and we are just getting a close-up look of the tip here. We'll move this rig over. Okay, let's talk about it. We'll give you guys some specs here. So the Resonator ships with a Phantom QD adapter, 2 suppressor wrenches, and a YHM 4302 mount. It will fit all YHM 4302s, YHM 3302s, and YHM 3102s, and the YHM 5M2 mounts, all right? It is also full auto rated. It weighs 16 ounces. The length is 7.8 inches, 1.5 inches in diameter. Build materials are stainless steel, and the finish is a Cerakoted matte black, and it comes with the 5.8 by 24 muzzle brake. I think it's the Phantom QD. Guys, the only thing that bothers me is when you shoot, when you get the suppressor on the barrel, once you start shooting, it's gonna feel tight when you shoot it and when you put it on, but once you start to shoot it, it will break loose a little bit. And I'm not sure if you guys can see this in the video. We got a little play right there. That's not a big issue. You're not gonna get a baffle strike from that. And it's not the suppressor coming loose. I'm gonna move over real quick and get this off the gun, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it is. So this collar right here moves back and forth. It's got a heavy spring in it. It's spring loaded, and it's just a collar, and this collar moves. You see that moving? So once we get the brake on there, it's tight. It's tight right now, but once it starts to build up some heat, it will break loose, and it would just have a little bit of wiggle right there. Not much you can do about it. It is, to me, it's not that big of a concern. It's still on there. It's shooting really good. It doesn't rattle, and no baffle strikes. I've probably got right around 250. I have to say somewhere around 250 to 300 rounds through the suppressor, and I have zero issues. So I just wanted to bring that up to you guys. I think the Cerakote finish is holding up really good. It's wearing a little bit here on the tip. That's where it's on the floorboard most of the time. But other than that, it's not wearing. It's got a really good finish on it. And I also love the diameter. It's a 1.5 inches. So if you're running this on a bolt gun, it's going to be a huge plus, because me at nighttime, when I'm running the bolt gun with thermals, a fat suppressor builds up a lot of heat, and you'll start to see that heat. You'll have a bloom at the bottom of the suppressor. With this thinner suppressor, I have less of a bloom. You barely see it down at the bottom of the screen. So you thermal bolt gun guys at nighttime, be aware of that. All right, guys, I had to move because we're losing light really quick. We're gonna send 5 rounds into the sand right over here. We're not gonna shoot any steel because I want you guys to get, you know, some good audio off the suppressor, all right? Tripod that I'm using, a lot of people love to ask about the tripods. Tripods are gaining a lot of popularity right now. I remember when everybody was making fun of us for not shooting free-handed, and now everybody's on tripods. If you're trying to get video and you're trying to get these nice clean shots, I suggest you get on a tripod. There's a lot of options out there right now, and we're gonna be doing some more videos on tripods here pretty soon. This is the Slick 700D with a really right stuff ball head. It's probably one of my favorite ball heads here because I can use it with the Picatinny or I can use it with Arca Swiss. Usually it's one or the other. You know, you gotta strictly go Picatinny or go Arca Swiss or with a clamp. And I feel like I have a lot more use out of this, especially with this throw lever. It just makes it a lot easier to throw the rifle on and off. We also have the new Vortex Radiant Carbon, and I really like that setup because the tripod I can adjust a little bit higher for my height, and it's just a solid platform. We're gonna be talking about that here pretty soon as well. So let's go ahead and send 5 rounds into the sand over here, get you guys some good audio, and call it quits. That thing is quiet. That thing is quiet. I know some folks are like, well, why are you shooting it with hearing protection? I lost my left ear a really long time ago shooting without a suppressor, and I learned a horrible lesson. And all it takes is a suppressor blowing off, something crazy happening, and I'll cause damage to my other ear. So you're always gonna see me with hearing protection. Sometimes you'll see me without it. I'll be on a bolt gun or something, you know, it's a lot quieter, but I'm always gonna have hearing protection on. I have it on my helmet as well. If you guys like what you see, please hit the like button, get those subs going, get the notifications going, and I'm gonna do my best to keep these videos rolling. I appreciate all the support, guys. Be safe out there. I know times are crazy right now. I don't care which way you swing when it comes to politics. I really don't. But let's just be kind to each other. Let's be respectful, and let's try to do everything we can to push forward in this country, all right? You guys take it easy.